Alrighty, so I got all my gear laid out here. I took some of that typical photos that you take before you go off, and I thought I'd do a little time lapse while I was packing it all up for you guys before I head onto the plane. But a couple of little gear updates that I made. I'm carrying, that I forgot to mention, I'm carrying my flip fuel little gadget, so I can get just a gas canister, and if I find a half empty one in like a hiker box, or a box with some gear that you come across in a town, I can attach the full one and an empty one, and it will transfer it on, so then maybe I could save a little bit of money that way. I also picked up a little memory disc card that plugs into my phone, so once I've done all the filming, I can take the whole video and save it onto here rather than storing it on my phone to save some battery. I talked pretty much, oh, there's one other thing. For my sunglasses, I got a little lanyard so I can hook it in, so hopefully I won't lose my sunglasses while I'm out there. So I've got this to help not lose my sunglasses. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse of packing it in on my bag so it's ready for the plane. Alrighty, so I got everything packed in, probably not in the way that I would pack it, but it is for now for the airport, and I've obviously kept out all the things like my power banks, my microphone, my AirPods, all of that stuff that I'm worried won't be able to go in my checked in bag. I'll bring in my carry-on to make sure they're nice and safe. So yeah, that's my bag ready to pack for the airport. I have a airplane cover that will go over this to help it keep it nice and protected. But yeah, so this is everything ready to go, and I'll see you guys in San Diego.
Look this way.
That blue one. Alrighty, so I made it to San Diego. I went up to REI and did Walmart, so that was fun, and my parents were here, so that was all fun, them getting to see all those sorts of stores and Walmart in its extremity. So I'm packing up. Tomorrow I leave for the PCT, so I got all my food out, so I'll show you what I got for, so I did a full 5-day resupply, which is a little more than what I needed, but I figured while I was in a town with a good Walmart, just get a couple more, and then I just do smaller resupplies, because I've heard the first 1 or 2 are slightly expensive, so I figured get a couple more and then I can kind of make it last a little longer, hopefully. So this is all the food laid out. So we've got breakfasts across the top, which I'm going to do overnight oats. So I've got just some oatmeal packets with some almond. I've added some cinnamon and dried fruit. Then I've got like a bar for slightly later in the day, and then a couple of snacks later on, which might be too many, but that's alright. I'm also going to carry some olive oil to help add to my dinners to boost the calories. And then those jars are cinnamon and salt, so I can keep using those. And then for lunch, I've got some tortillas with some tomato paste, cheese and salami, which I've heard can be yum. So I'll try that. And then I've got some dinners with some protein to go with these ones. I've got dessert, some lollies, and electrolytes. So yeah, it's probably a couple extra snacks, but that's alright, we'll just make it last a little bit longer. Alrighty, so that's all my food packed away, so not too bad. Obviously I've left the cheese and salami out because I'll put it in the fridge overnight, but yeah, that's it, all done. Alrighty, so it is the day I leave for the PCT, the afternoon before, although I think it's still morning right now. So I'm gonna close out this video here, and any videos that I get at Camp Cleef, which is where I'm gonna stay tonight, I'll put in tomorrow's video, which will be my first day walking on the PCT. So very excited, looking forward to it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.